Party people, let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Let me know. It's Friday. Yeah. We're going to get into some things. I see you. All right, well, Wayne, thank you for that. Thank you, Cha-Cha. What's going on? Happy Friday, people. So excited. We're going to talk about other things that are not necessarily here in the thumbnail or on the pic. No worries. All right. So with that being said, before we really get started officially, now we got to play some music because we got to get the vibes up, right? We got to let the algorithm do its thing and all the things. So, yeah, let's do that. Yes, we ring bells over here. Yes, we do. And we also celebrate Friday. Yeah, we're here to celebrate the fact that we made it to the end of the week. Well, the end of the work week, technical work week. Some people work on weekends. I try not to. Sometimes I do. But there's something about a Friday. You know what I'm saying? Just let me take a breath, child. I am like, all right. Peace, world, peace. Welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks, aka the $1 trillion goddess, aka the Queen of Info. Okay, I'll take it. Now we are here. Okay, I was here yesterday. Okay, it's not like I ain't been here, but we are here again, live on a Friday, just the way I like it. Yeah, where are the kids? Yeah, I try to design my life to match my vibes. Okay. But yeah, I just want to tap in with you guys on this lovely, beautiful Friday afternoon. Well, for me, it's afternoon. Say hi to my warriors who, you know, especially y'all who are in the chat. What's going on, Wild Wayne? Appreciate you. Faye, you was here. Oh, she was here earlier. So shout out to Miss Faye. I see you, Love Queen. I appreciate you as well, sis. Thank you for being here. Michelle, I see you. Miss Ohio Queen. Black Letter Law, my favorite lawyer. What's going on, Ma? Thank you for the bells. Cha-Cha. Yes. Cha-Cha. Happy Friday, Cha-Cha. So Cha-Cha wanted to talk about African Bambaata's passing, she said. So let me write that down because I did read about his passing. I saw some commentary about his passing, but I wasn't going to talk about it. He wasn't, you know, he's just somebody who is he's a downer. He's a big downer. Pretty much everybody on the screen is a downer, except for the lady. If you could see the screen on the far right, I say, she is Demure. No, she went from Demure to DeRICH, baby. And we'll get into that, but that's a good you know, we like the uplifting stuff, especially it being that it's Friday, which is why I choose Friday. Definitely good vibes. I think we'll start with K Michelle, child. K Michelle got on, she was on somebody's interview and talking about R. Kelly. Oh
yeah, absolutely. I love him.
Really? Have you ever said that?
I loved Robert Kelly. I loved him.
Like loved in love?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I loved him.
The only question I have for you with R. Kelly is, have you written him a letter? And if
no, you being shady. Are you being shady?
He's in prison.
No,
because the
his
one
team
thing
has called me.
Wait, can I say the one thing you said on that interview? Okay, tell me. Let's go. What about all the mothers that was in the kitchen cooking? That question has yet to be answered.
Mothers and people should be held accountable. I do. Should
Sparkle go to prison?
Absolutely. I saw this whole blog that was saying that he beat me up so bad and that I took that and no, Rob didn't hit me. I didn't go through an abusive Rob.
What's your truth?
My truth with Robert Sylvester Kelly, Robert Kelly always saw me as nothing. I might have loved him, but he see me as nothing more as motivation for writing. I wasn't the woman he wanted, even though I wanted him.
Did you?
I did. Robert is absolutely, completely wrong in the things, but those people around him never corrected him. Mm-hmm. That's not an excuse, Jason, because I am a woman advocate. Mm-hmm. Look, I'm gonna get in there for a woman. If you tell me a man did something to you, okay, we ride it done.
Is Drea Kelly a victim?
Absolutely not. Drea Kelly, if you wanted snow, he had a whole team come bring you snow.
Were you and R. Kelly ever?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love him.
Really? Have you ever said that?
I loved Robert Kelly. I loved him.
There it is. She said loved, but she had it for the man. I mean, ooh. Somebody in the comments said she wasn't his type because she couldn't be manipulated. Somebody else said one thing about Kay, she shake a table, but she won't tell no lie. Somebody else said, that's why I don't understand. R. Kelly could have had any woman he wanted, but he chose to go shop at Toys R Us, child. Woo! Yep, somebody agreed saying she was too seasoned for him. He needed something fresh out the womb. Child, these people, they are not letting him breathe, okay? Let's see. Cha-Cha, he surely is a downer. Oh, Bombada. Yeah, I'll continue to pay for victims. Same here. You watched the entire K Michelle interview. Okay. Jason Lee, thank you. Yeah, I still couldn't remember his name. I was sitting there going, is it Jason? What was his name? Jason Lee, Hollywood Unlocked. Thank you for that. She has, you said she has you wanting to watch the first episode of Housewives. The husband she has on the show was switched out by her at the last minute before taping began. She gagged the producers. I actually did watch that first episode, and he's the same dentist, or, you know, the man, she says they were childhood, you know, sweethearts from whatever. But I remember him from, what was she on before? He was on there. I remember they were fighting. It was a whole thing. But she did say they got married 2 weeks prior to taping, is what it sounded like. And I immediately thought that you did this specifically for the show. You got married for the show because she wanted to be able to come on that show and say, I'm the only real housewife. And she actually did say that on, maybe it was on here, because I saw another clip where she was talking about that. So she, you know, I think she made it very clear by the proximity of the actual wedding date to the taping that she was being smart. She wanted to say, I'm the only housewife up in this bitch. Okay. Love Queen. I didn't get that far in her interview because she's lying. You said she's lying. Is she lying about R. Kelly? Cha-Cha. After listening to her interview, she was just a creative muse for Robert. And it seemed like she more so admired Robert than loved him. That's what I was going to say, admiration. And she's conflating the two. I agree with that. I was going to say that too, that sounded like she admired him. And at the time, starstruck. I mean, obviously, and she had her own ambitions and goals and agendas that she probably saw him as a catalyst too. So she was going to hang on by her teeth, by the skin of her teeth, by the tip of her nails. Okay. You said her and her current husband first started dating in high school. Yeah, that's what she said on the show, that they were, they had been back and forth throughout the years. And he didn't look like he really was trying to be there, or he didn't look like he was ready to be there, shall I say. But, you know, he's a house husband. So it would be interesting, I think, to see more of her dynamic within the home. She was bragging about being a real housewife and doing real housewife things, a mother and all of that. And I want to see it. Let's let her show us what's going on. You said you couldn't get past Love Queen. I didn't get past the part when Kay said her son wanted to hike and she didn't want handouts. And her son wanted to hike and didn't want handouts, and she got pissed. He wanted to hike. So she got mad at her son because he didn't want her helping, is what it sounds like. Cha-Cha said the son part was pissing her off, but once Jason got into her upbringing and how she felt having to let her parents raise him. Oh yeah, I think I heard a little of that. It started to click why she had that attitude. I don't agree, but I get it. Okay, I get that. So you're saying is because she was obviously trying to do this music thing. So I hear a lot of this from singers who have platforms now to speak about their beginnings, especially those who have had children. I remember Angie Stone saying this too about her son. I remember them, people were saying they left the kids with the grandparents, typically with grandmother usually. And, they were around, just like Faith Evans' mother. Remember, we read Faith Evans' book, same thing with her mother. And she kind of did the same thing. Sounded like she had her daughter around her, I think, more than not, maybe, but maybe that wasn't the best idea. Some of those environments her daughter was in was crazy. Cha-Cha, she started crying once Jason broke down her wall of aggression about her son. She has guilt and is very protective of her son's physical safety. She was pissed about him doing Uber in a luxury car in Memphis. He was riding an Uber or driving an Uber? How old is her son? Sounds like he's still very young. I think, was this the son? Because I remember her talking about being like doing carpool or taking her kids to school or something. I wasn't sure if she had more than one. Well, she hasn't been in the real spotlight in quite some time. Well, for me, at least. I mean, I remember watching her on Love and Hip Hop years ago. I remember hearing things here and there about her music, the country music that she's now doing as well. But as far as just her as a person, a personality, I ain't really seen or heard much in some years. So after hearing her speak the little bit that I did about her parenting and being the only housewife, I just assumed that's what she's been doing. Being at home, being a mother, being a wife. But I don't know. Maybe sounds like maybe that's not what she's doing. Oh, he's driving for money. Oh, 21. She mad about that? I mean, I don't know. I mean, as a parent, I could see wanting more. Maybe is he doing other things? Because that can be a supplemental income to, other career choices or attempts at a business or a student. Maybe he's going to school. There's a lot of things somebody can do while driving Uber. You can also work another full-time or a couple other part-time jobs at the same time. People really are doing it, especially people who are 21. I think that's Generation Z. Gen Z they're different. If you were Gen Z in here, don't be mad at me. Gen X here. Ooh. Y'all weird. No, but just a different mindset about how they want to live their lives. From what I understand, they don't want to be bogged down with a 9-to-5, work until they drop dead, try to do the traditional things, not necessarily marriage, but house, typical things that the boomers were doing. I'm just saying that they have different ideas about how they want to live. And thinking about driving Uber, it gives you freedom to choose your own schedule. I think, right? You can choose your own schedule, probably do whenever you want. I think that's how it works. A lot of people say that's why they do it. You said he was 18, 19 at the time. He just wanted to make his own money instead of taking it from her. He's a college grad. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that, girl. Shoot, that's a blessing. Wow, Wayne, Hassan Campbell was the boy that was allegedly R-worded, okay, by Africa Mabata. Well, I don't know if the boy is the proper. I saw some stats on him that said there were several. I mean, I'm talking high numbers of victims, which is why another reason I'm not trying to really talk about. I mean, honestly, it gives me it just honestly does. I probably will. I just need to do a little more research. Love Queen. She obviously still loves Kelly if she knows for adults being PDF and seeing minors. She didn't report it, but she's running around saying she's an advocate. So at the time, you're saying she wasn't saying nothing. She saw something, but she didn't say nothing. Well, I always think of this, the age factor. She was probably young then, ambitious as well, and enamored with that man. So yeah, she pushed her. She seems like too, she's not really a girl's girl to me. She says she is, like she was saying it here in the clip. She don't give me that vibe though. Girl's girl vibe. I don't get that from her. I get that she's more of a male-centered person. You said, Cha-Cha, I love that they also addressed how she was feeling when Cowboy Carter dropped. I think I saw that. She said she was so happy that Beyonce kind of went back to her roots, or went back to the roots of Texas, and that, it shed light on the craft that she enjoys the most. To be honest, I haven't listened to any K. Michelle's music, whether country or back when she was doing R&B. But I do know she is an amazing singer. So I'm pretty sure whatever she's doing, it's probably worth listening to. Love Queen. K. Michelle's son is 21, and she said he finished college, and he just said he wants to earn his own. He has a great corporate job now and traveling. Oh, okay. Good to know. Okay, well, he sounds like he's well-rounded. He's in a good place. And she did a great job. Sounds like she did an amazing job, even though I would say 100% of a person's outcome isn't on the parentage. However, the influence can be seen, right? So good for her and good for him. I'm glad that it turned out well, because I was on a little bit of roller coaster around this situation. Like, well, what's going on with him and what happened? But yeah, sounds like that's all good, and she's tripping. All right, let's move on, child. Let's move on. I think we'll just move over to Diddy. So we, yesterday we went and followed his trial, or his hearing, his appeal hearing, and sounded like the 3 judges that were on the panel have a lot to confer about before they make their decision. I'm not sure, I don't think anyone knows how long it'll take before that decision comes out. But it sounds like in the meantime, his neighbors, they say, are worried about his return. Okay. Yeah, they said the neighbors are shaking in their boots about the fact that Diddy's home tomorrow or tonight. Okay. So this is from TMZ. They said Diddy's Holmby Hills neighbors are well aware of an appeals court can free him soon, and they are dreading the day. And this is what the panel needs to know. Somebody send this to the judges, okay? Sources, they say, with direct knowledge tell TMZ the ritzy neighbors are buzzing, worried that the same chaos that led to Diddy's arrest will come back in full blossom if he's released. And it's not just cameras and reporters swarming the area that concerns them. Their sources say Diddy's kids were throwing insanely loud parties, and cops were frequent visitors as a result. Okay, they're saying that the LA adjacent area is packed with celebs. They name some of them. I'm not gonna name these people. Child, they say they're told some realtors who are showing nearby houses to prospective buyers are disclosing the fact that Diddy owns a house nearby. Now, I had to read that a couple times because I said they are disclosing or they are not. But in fact, they say they are, because they're worried that failure to disclose could amount to a material fact that would lead to a lawsuit. They don't want to be accused of trying to hide the fact that they were selling a house next to Diddy's House of Horrors and didn't let the neighbors know that they could possibly also be in some type of danger by living in such close proximity to the man. They say, as they reported, Diddy's lawyers have made several claims to an appeals court, including that his 50-month sentence is out of whack. They say the average sentence for violating the Mann Act is 15 months. Okay, well, whatever. One of the panel judges said that the sentence guidelines are just that, guidelines. And that, what else did they say? That the charges, so they were basically also complaining that his vacated convictions were being held against him. But anyway, Iranian did a great job. Well, I'm surprised he has any money left. And if he does, he should have to pay all the people, God knows what else, plus all the employees he never paid. He's straight up criminal who doesn't deserve another chance. Wow. Caveman 23, sound like me. Sound like something I would have written. But anyway, I just saw another update pop up. Somebody was talking about, let me look it up real quick about Diddy. I think it was Ticket TV saying that there's some bad news, but he always got these sensational headlines. The worst news. Diddy update. Let me see. What's today's date? April 10th, 2026. Let's see if something new comes up. So according to AI, as of today, Diddy and his legal team are in the midst of an appeal hearing, arguing for his conviction to be overturned. So we haven't had an update from that, as it sounds like. They have updates. So they actually have updates from the proceedings. I didn't know it was a 2-day hearing. It says April 9th through 10th. Oh, it was yesterday. Well, let's see. Okay, I don't see nothing new. Yeah, just the fact that he's bidding for a reduced sentence and whatnot. So I guess that was clickbait, whatever that guy, it was Ticket TV that posted that. I'm gonna put him on blast. Yeah, I can't stand a clickbaiter. I try not to do it. All right, so what are we talking about next? I got Offset and okay. So let me just Google this, child. The memes are definitely memeing as it comes to Offset. Okay, they got all these pictures of Cardi B nursing him to health, child. You know this is AI. People are like, it's a family thing. You won't understand. Clickbait page. This is not true. So, of course, you know, I have been seeing these, and at first I thought it was true. So I was like, what is she doing? But now they're saying she's actually off romping around with Stephon Diggs, which, you know, they just had a baby. So that's understandable. Another thing that was in the headlines about Offset, the fact that he's out of the hospital now after the shooting. I didn't even cover the actual pum because I just thought that was ridiculous, the whole thing. But they say he's out from the hospital. He was pum at a Florida casino earlier this week. There was a rapper, I think TJ, that was they were saying allegedly was the pumer, but he came out and I think he was also shot, or he was also in the hospital. But or either he got locked up overnight, but they got him out on the sidewalk saying he didn't do jack and to leave him out of it. So it sounds like Offset has a lot of problems. He owes people money. I think that was one of Cardi B's biggest problem with him, is that the money thing. Like, we know she over there earning like a champ, right? Well, seems that he was siphoning off of her. And she was not only, you know, letting her husband live off of her gains, but his family was too. And it just sounded like a very uneven comparison of, you know, energy of what, you know, each of them put into the marriage, especially based off the fact that he's a serial cheater, right? Who's going to put up with a damn serial cheater? And I got to pay for you too? Oh, man. Oh, I forgot to check y'all's comments before I moved on, but let's see. You'll roll down the hill if they release Diddy, or not roll down the hill. Is that in Glee or otherwise? Love Queen. My heart goes out to the neighbors, and Diddy doesn't even have shame. He don't have no shame. He'll probably come back home and start handing out baskets of damn baby oil, knowing him. Okay, Diddy really thought he was slick with those Carisha and Usher interviews. He did. And I'm pretty sure those judges could care less about a Carisha or an Usher. Wow Wayne, if you just came in, please hit the like. Yeah, please do that. Thank you, Wow Wayne. Love Queen. Jag had me on the floor for mimicking Young Miami on the Breakfast Club. You know, I've been watching Jag Wright's recent interviews, and she's actually been back to her old self and making so much more sense. And, you know, she did admit she went on a spiral and had a time, you know, and it was bad. But I can actually appreciate her truth telling again. Lady Redbird, yo, happy Friday. What's going on, Aisha? Aisha? Yes. What's going on, y'all? So yeah, talking about Offset, you know, being released from the hospital, and now I'm also reading he wants a DNA test for that baby she had with Stephon. Like, really, Offset? Cha-cha, I think that people may have been started targeting his family to collect his debts. Oh, and that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back. If they can't get you, they'll get your family. You know what? You are not lying. I was literally watching one of my shows. You know, I'm all into the crime shows, all the FBI stuff, the NCISs, all those types of things. I love, right? Solving crimes. Because the book that I'm trying to get through these last chapters of writing, y'all know I'm writing this is my second fiction of, novel. Okay. Work of fiction. And I'm in the last couple chapters, and I have it plotted out, but I just actually writing the chapters, and it's like, but I want to read the book here so bad, but I can't yet. But I you know, anybody want to volunteer to be a beta reader, hit me up, because I need a couple. Nevertheless, they will get to your family if they can't get you, for sure. And he got a lot of kids. He got a lot of family in general. And let's not, forget about Takeoff. May he rest in peace. And I feel like Takeoff was a casualty of something that was going on that maybe wasn't even directly related to him, to be honest. So yeah, you got to be careful. If you related to a celebrity, I would not be telling nobody, to be honest. Juti. Oh my goodness. My book. I can't wait for y'all to, I just can't wait, because I will read it here once all the ink is dry on all the things. But yeah, I'm definitely going to read it here. And at this point, I guess you can consider it a noir thriller, but it started out as a love story. Cha-Cha, I believe that's why Offset didn't take Cardi's divorce settlement and wants more out of her. I agree. And that's why he's asking for this. Okay, let me see if I have that story. He's supposedly asking for DNA on her and Stefan's baby. And, I'm thinking it's because he's trying to get money. I don't know where I saw that, but I saw it somewhere. Offset working to resolve $100K debt after being sued by Detroit casino. So supposedly he was pum because he owed dude money. And now they're saying he owes also the casino itself. And I'm pretty sure he owes a whole bunch of other people too. He's just a deadbeat. Like, this is what people mean when they say, no matter how rich you get, you still going to be the same person and you're going to still have the same problems recur because you haven't healed from those things that whatever it was you were doing. So it sounds to me like he was already a gambler or already a deadbeat as far as debts and things. And even though he made a lot of money over the course of his career, because I don't know what he's been doing lately. I ain't heard no music from him that actually he can get paid from. I think he was on something with Tory Lanez. I think Tory Lanez just released something that had Offset on there. And people were in the comments like, damn, Offset really is hard up for money. Because Tory Lanez, they say, got dough. Tory Lanez is out here paying folks and doing things that people out on the streets can't do. But let's see. They say that Offset is working to settle $100,000 debt after being sued by the Motor City Casino Hotel in Detroit. The casino claims that he opened a credit line for $100,000 back in March of 2024. Documents obtained by TMZ indicate that when the casino was unable to contact Offset, they attempted to withdraw the funds directly from his linked account, as per the agreement associated with the credit line. However, it is alleged that there were insufficient funds in the account to cover the debt. The casino is suing Offset for breach of contract, fraud, and other claims. A representative for Offset reported to TMZ, "We are working toward a resolution." How about pay them? How about that for a resolution? Somebody said, "I really don't get gambling addictions. My first time I lost $25. It was a wrap for me." I actually do get it because I win a lot. When you win, especially when you tend to win a lot, you tend to think, which is, I think, part of how you win is just because you think you're going to win. It's like you just go in knowing you're going to win. Like, this is how I operate. I just know. I went from the mentality of believing to now mentality of knowing. I just heard somebody who confirmed that for me. I think they were on TikTok. I learned so much on TikTok. But when the age of Aquarius ushered itself in around 2020, and I was doing my show, which is, some of y'all don't know, it's called A Shot of Love. I was doing this thing. First it was every day, then it was every Sunday. I'm going to get back to it. But it was basically a short little 20-minute whatever, maybe, just to say, remind you of who you are and the magic that lives within you and the fact that you actually can create your own reality by basically, how do you say? I would just say being mindful, being in control of yourself, your emotions, your vibe, your frequency. Like, you just really have to know how to, it's really a game of manipulation in a sense. It's like fake it till you make it type thing. But anyway, when that era came in, and that's what the gurus were saying. Listen, this is a time for moving from a place of believing to knowing. Somebody was challenging this lady about this, talking about this, saying, well, my belief in God is so strong. And how can you, she's like, okay, well, then put it there. Do you believe in God or do you know God? Do you believe in God or do you know God? Like it is a distinction between it. Like, and they were like, oh yeah, I get it. But anyway, I'm very firm in that. So when you are a winner in the casino and then you don't win, then you don't win. And you're like, well, wait a minute. I always win. Why am I not winning? And you probably just, well, not me. I know when to draw the line, child. I can lose maybe twice. I'll lose twice. I'm done. And I'm only going to play what I win. I'm not ever going to play my own. I'm never going to an ATM in a casino. I'm never using a credit card or whatever. People do that. They get cash advances from the casino. Not doing any of that. Take the cash that you're going to spend. My cash is always winning cash. I take my winnings. I put it somewhere for next time. Let that earn some interest. Anyway, I'm just saying I understand it, but definitely not there. Okay, so I can't find where they said, I think I saw it on YouTube actually, like Tisa Tales was saying, maybe it's in the news. Let me see. So Offset, here it is. It popped right up. Offset wants DNA test. Okay, AI is telling us. It says AI, Offset has reportedly requested a DNA test for the newborn baby of his estranged wife, NFL player Stefon Diggs, during their divorce proceedings. While the request to test that specific baby was reportedly denied by a judge, the legal maneuvering stems from the child being born while they were still legally married. The request, Offset 34, requested a DNA test to confirm the biological parentage of Cardi B's baby born November 2025, who is believed to be fathered by NFL star Stefon Diggs. This is so messy. According to the report by TMZ, a judge denied the request for the test on the newborn, but authorized a test for another of the couple's children. What? Is he challenging another one of the child's DNA? Okay. And because they were legally married, that's why he could get that. Wow. A judge has reportedly ordered both parties to stop making disparaging comments about each other on social media or in public. And that's good because the kids will see it. You know, if nothing else, do it for the kids. Okay. Let's see. Afroman, y'all, said he thought he's about to build his own country on 195 acres with strict N-word ban. He says it poisons the Black American soul. I messaged him because I want to know, is he MAGA? Somebody was putting that in some of his comments. And I was like, are they doing that because they don't want him to be, they don't want people to champion him. So in order to turn the Black community against somebody, all you got to say is that they support Trump. Okay. So I don't know if that's something that people are doing. I think I could see that the others, the people who oppose him will want to do that because they would be afraid of his power. After he won that lawsuit, people were, we're putting him, I'm gonna say, because I'm looking at him now. I wasn't really paying no mind to no Afroman, but now I see him. I'm like, what up, Afroman? You're gonna be here in LA. I might even buy a ticket. What? It's recognition now. And the fact that he has a voice, a winning voice that could possibly, influence a whole society of people. And there's a lot of heated debates or elections coming up at the end of this year. Big elections are coming up. And they don't want somebody like him being able to take the Black folk and the Black vote somewhere. Maybe even he might even start running for something. I told y'all, vote for him for president now. But if he MAGA, oh, hell no. And I asked him, are you MAGA? That's what the people are saying. I don't think he responded yet. But anyway, he said he bought 195 acres. He wants a real hood. He wants a real country that he controls, like his land is his country. He's the judge. He's the president. He's the army. He's the police, he said. This was during conversation. He said he referenced the Republic of Molossia as an example of how a self-declared nation can operate independently. Oh, never heard of him. Have to look that up. He made it clear that one of the defining rules of his proposed nation would be banning the use of the N-word. He said he would just like to have a bunch of land to fence it off, and all the black people that he don't like using the N-word, he would set up a nation for them. Okay, well, that I don't really agree with, because the people are going to tell him in the comments that we, and I don't, I use it sometimes, but not as much as I used to. But, I get it. I get people against it, but I also get why people do use it too. So that's a whole debate for a whole nother time and place, child. There's some things in here that are funny, but I want to show y'all this lady. Do you guys remember? You probably remember. Let me pull it up.
When did the money start coming in?
See how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease. I don't look like a clown when I go to work. I don't do too much. I'm very mindful while I'm at work. See how I look very presentable? The way I came to the interview is the way I go to the job. A lot of you girls go to the interview looking like Marge Simpson and go to the job looking like Patty and Selma. Not demure. I'm very modest. I'm very mindful. You see my shirt? Only a little chichi out, not my chocho. Be mindful of why they hired you. Here's your reality check, diva. What's the name you'd like me to make it out to?
Okay, honey. Well,
see how I do my...
That started coming out, I want to say like 2 weeks after. And I knew it was different because now it wasn't, oh, we'll give you $2,000 for a video. It was $45,000 for a video, $85,000 for a video. Everything taken care of, everything paid. And it's coming from some of the same brands that were paying me $2,000 a video.
So the brands that have been paying you $2,000 now are upping it to $45,000.
They're upping it to $45,000, $60,000, $50,000.
Was that more money than you'd ever made in your life?
Ever made my family and my entire family life, if anything.
Right.
Something that was so big that like no one had ever seen before, like in my family or even me at all.
When did the money start coming in?
That started coming out, I want to say like 2 weeks after.
2 weeks after that video went viral, she started clocking the dough, child, and just doing her. Okay. And that's what I appreciate. She just came out here, did her thing. And then next thing you know, she said she was already getting brand deals, $2,000 a pop. They done moved up to 50, 60, 80K per video. Okay. Live your life, dream big. Okay, I saw this meme where this cat was living in this little house with this lady, and the cat told her, "Bitch, dream bigger." Okay, and that made me laugh so hard because it is really about your mindset and how big you can really dream, and you never worry about how you're going to get there. You just focus on the end result, and everything works itself out when you have faith. Okay. I missed these comments. Cha-cha. So we're back. Let's talk about back to Offset real quick. He does have kids, and Takeoff died due to being around gambling. The drugs have fried Offset's brain because he is not connecting the dots. Rest in peace, Takeoff. Yep. Selena Powell's interview about him before all of this lines up perfectly with the news about him. Oh, right. She did with pillow talking. He pillow talking to her about Cardi, and she's talking about, and then he owed her money too, right? I remember that's maybe who I remember him saying that he borrowed money. You watch crime shows too and movies? Me too, Aisha. That's my thing. Love Queen. How can Offset ask for DNA test for another man's baby? Well, that's the thing. He don't know if that's his baby or not because they were married. If you're technically married, she shouldn't have been with no another man. I mean, that's his argument is that, this is my wife. So that's the only reason he was able to do that. Cha-cha. These celebs gamble on a level that we can't even imagine and get so many perks from these casinos. You're right. But at the same time, when you gambling on that level, when you're winning, because I'm pretty sure he has won, when you get that adrenaline, when that win happens, you want more. And when you can't handle, you're not handling yourself, you don't have discipline, you're in trouble, boo. You can borrow, you can beg, you can steal, but when the money runs out, they coming for that ass. Okay. And that could have been what them dang Pum was about. The casino done hired somebody on the side. This Negro done took our money. Cha-cha, Afroman. Okay, let's move on to Afroman. I think I still have a picture. I got to keep a picture of Afroman in my queue here. Afroman is performing at Tortuga Festival this weekend, and that's pretty pro-MAGA. Oh, no! Not pro-MAGA. That's probably why he will not respond to he probably won't ever respond to my message. Musicians, but especially rappers, missed out on a huge opportunity by not rallying behind him publicly during the lead up to the trial. You right on that. I didn't even know about the trial though until it was happening. But yeah, you right. I know Lick 'em Low Lisa is pissed. Lick 'em Low Lisa. Woo! Lemon pound cake and lick 'em low. Get that coin. Okay. No Diddy. There's a man on YouTube who uploaded only one of those hours long rain videos. And now you know who else? And there was also a fireplace one. There's a fireplace video. Somebody posted this only video on this one channel, and it is continuously making millions of dollars. Okay. Continuously. I saw that and I was like, ain't that about a bitch? What? I might actually, you know what? It's still doable to do that. One video, one single something that people could go to sleep to, or something people want to just put on in the background, and you're good as gold. But you have to create it yourself. See, that's the thing. And see, YouTube is funny like that. They will find every way around paying you. So you got to make sure it's an original creation, or it's something that they can't say you took or copyrighted or whatever. Okay. He still owes Selena. I don't doubt it. That's why her ass came and talked shit about him. She probably figured out she's not getting her money back. So hell, me and my ex stayed hunching with the rain and beach videos playing in the background. That's exactly what they're for. Oh, you make me laugh. I appreciate the laughter, Cha-Cha. Oh my God. I appreciate everybody for being here on this wonderful, beautiful Friday. Or whenever it is you're here in the replay, let me know you stop by in the comments in the replay. If you're not here in this chat, I do appreciate y'all, but I'm gonna dip on out. Okay. That's pretty much it. And I'm gonna get back to you on the Gloria Velez thing, because I'm still waiting to see if I'm gonna get a response, because somebody else hit me up about her, and I don't know if it's true or if it's a fraud. They wanted me to click on some link. And I'm like, I ain't clicking on no links. The last time I did that, somebody stole my channel. I ain't doing that no more. So we'll see if it's legit or not. Definitely have a beautiful, blessed day. Peace and love and peace. Yeah, SMH at Gloria too. Oh, yeah, because I want y'all to email her. So I'm going to come back with that information. So stay tuned for that. All right, y'all. Peace, love and peace. Bye.